Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled between emerald hills and sparkling rivers, a king and queen rejoiced at the birth of their daughter, Princess Aurora. The palace was alive with music, laughter, and the soft fragrance of roses. Sunlight shined brightly, and golden banners fluttered in the breeze. The king held his daughter, whispering, "May our princess bring light and joy to all who know her." To celebrate, they invited nobles, villagers, and the kingdom's most magical guests, 3 kind fairies, whose wings shimmered like sunlight dancing on water. Flora, the first fairy, waved her wand, and golden sparkles surrounded Aurora. "I bless this child with beauty," she said, "so her light will shine from her heart to the hearts of all who meet her." Fauna, the second fairy, floated gracefully closer and added, "I bless her with grace, so she moves like a summer breeze, spreading kindness wherever she goes." Finally, Merryweather giggled, "I give her a voice so sweet that flowers will sway in harmony whenever she speaks." But suddenly, the doors burst open with a violent crash. A shadow fell across the hall, and Maleficent floated into the grand palace. Her black robes billowed like smoke, and she pointed a clawed finger at the baby princess. "You dared not invite me," she hissed. "Then I shall curse this child. On her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on a spinning wheel. She will fall into a sleep from which she will never awaken," roared Maleficent, her voice raging. A swirl of purple and black magic twisted through the room as the fairies shivered in fear. The king and queen gasped, their hearts heavy with dread. While Maleficent vanished in a cloud of dark smoke, leaving the palace in a chilling silence, the kind fairies huddled together, whispering, "We cannot undo this curse, but she will not die. We shall alter the curse so true love's kiss will awaken her one day." They vowed to watch over Aurora, hiding her from danger and protecting her with all their magic. As the years passed, Aurora grew into a radiant young princess, her golden hair gleaming like morning sunlight, and her eyes sparkling like the clearest sky. Though the king had ordered all spinning wheels destroyed to keep her safe, Aurora's curiosity sometimes led her to peek into forgotten corners of the castle. On the eve of her 16th birthday, while exploring a tower, she found a narrow door hidden behind a curtain of ivy. Inside, sunlight streamed through tall, thin windows, catching dust particles that danced like tiny fairies in the golden light. At the center of the room, almost as if it were waiting for her, stood a single ancient spinning wheel, the spindle glimmering faintly. Drawn by curiosity, Aurora reached out her finger gently. The moment her delicate fingers touched the spindle, she pricked her finger sharply. She gasped once, and slowly, as if time itself had paused, she fell into a deep, magical sleep. The entire castle seemed to hold its breath as life slowly came to a stop. Guards, servants, and even the king and queen were caught in the spell, becoming frozen where they stood. Outside, the gardens grew wild, with vines curling over the palace walls, and fountains froze mid-splash, sparkling like diamonds in the morning sunday. Only the 3 fairies remained awake, hovering over the princess with soft, glowing wings. They whispered, "Hope will not fade. One day, a prince will come." Years later, a brave and kind prince heard tales of the sleeping princess and the enchanted palace. He journeyed through deep forests where fireflies twinkled like scattered stars and leaves whispered secrets to the wind. He crossed rivers that gleamed silver under the moonlight, riding his horse well into the night. He fought fiery dragons, all in the hope that he would meet the mysterious sleeping princess. Finally, he arrived at the ivy-covered castle, its gates glowing faintly as though inviting him inside. The fairies guided him through silent halls, past frozen statues and crystal-clear fountains, until they reached Aurora's chamber. There she lay peacefully, her golden hair spread like a halo of sunlight across the silken sheets, her cheeks glowing softly, and her lips curved in a gentle smile as if she were dreaming the sweetest dream. The prince knelt beside her and whispered, "I have come to awaken you from your sleep, princess." He pressed his lips gently to hers, and slowly her eyelids fluttered open. Light seemed to pour into the room as if the castle itself were exhaling. Birds chirped in the gardens and fountains sparkled again. Guards and servants stretched, blinking in surprise as life returned to the castle. Maleficent appeared in a swirl of black smoke, furious that her curse had failed. But Aurora and the prince stood together, courage and love shining in their eyes. The wicked fairy shrieked and vanished forever, defeated by the power of hope and bravery. Aurora and the prince were soon married in a festival that lit the entire kingdom with joy. Aurora ruled wisely and gently, always remembering that kindness, bravery, and love were the greatest magic of all. The castle overflowed with light and happiness, and the kingdom rejoiced for many, many years.